Hey guys, welcome back. This is Naresh. So in this video, we will see the numeric data type in Python. So we have already talked about the string data type, the list, dictionary, set, tuple, but there's also a numeric data type in Python. And I can divide these numeric data type into four types. So the first type is int, then second is float, the third is complex, and then Boolean. Okay, so every value which is stored in a variable has some data type. For example, if you store a value 1 or 2, like I have in any of the variable, maybe you can do a equal to 1 or a equal to 2. So that means the value which is stored in the variable a has a data type of integer. Okay, in case if you're storing 1.1 and if you're storing 2.1, anything like that, so that means you are storing a float value. Okay, so let's see. Let's do one thing here. I am doing a equal to 10. Okay, and now I want to print the data type of this variable a. So what I will do, I will just do print, and then there's a function in the Python through which you can get the type. So the function name is type, and here I can give a value or a variable, and if I hit on enter, let me do a right click and click on this run my data type because I am running this file. So if I do that, I will get class equal to int. So right now you can just ignore class, just see that int is the data type of this number 10, which is stored in this variable. Okay, I can do it directly. I can, if I want to see what is the data type of the number 10, then also if you run it, it will give me just a second, let me just type okay, and here it should give me the type of the number 10. So if you do that, you are getting the same, it is int. If I want to get the type of the variable a also, it will give me the same thing. Okay, so that means the type of the variable a is now int. Okay, what if instead of 10 I store 10.2? Okay, now see the type of a. If I do right click on run, it will give me float. So if you can see, there are different data types associated with every value or the variable, and this is very important to know the type which we are using, because sometimes it is very necessary for some of the program to know the type, and according to that you can write some logic. Okay, if you don't know the type, it will be very difficult for you, and it will create some kind of a defects or bugs when you are running a program. So it's always better, so whatever the data or the values which you are using, you should know what type of that value is or that variable is. Okay, so here we have talked about two things, that is the integer and float. Now there's a third variable which is called complex. So in maths, if you see, the complex number are the number in which there are two numbers. One is the actual number and another is the imaginary number. And how they are used in our program. So let's say if you do something like 10, which is the actual number, and let's see if there is one imaginary number like b. Okay, so let me do like this: a equal to 10 and b equal to 2. Okay, and if I do something like c equal to a plus b, and then I can give j. Okay, so what does c is? C is having a value of a, and it is we have to give a plus, so we are adding it with just a second, yeah, a plus b, and I am giving j, so b is becoming the imaginary number. Okay, and if I do something like type c, let's see, and if I run that, so there is error which I am getting. It's saying the bj is not defined, so there is some problem here which I can see. So let me see that. Okay, let me do it directly. So that is 2 plus 3, and let me do it j. Okay, and now I am printing it. Okay, if you can see that the c has become a complex number. Okay, so this is the way also you can do that. So basically what the issue we were getting, because we have defined the j, like the, I can show you, just a second. Okay, so what we have done before, we were doing something like this: b equal to, let's say, 5, and then c equal to a plus bj. Okay, so here what happened, that it was not considering bj as a imaginary number. For that, what we need to do, instead of putting j here, we can put j here in the b itself. Okay, and now I am doing a plus b, and then there is a c, and if I can get a type of c here, and then if I run it, see, now it's giving its complex number. So in complex number, you should have one variable, like a value, which you can see, and then there's an imaginary number. So b is containing imaginary number, and how does it consider that? So you have to put j with any of the number. So here a is 10, b is 5, and j you can put, so it's become an imaginary number. So if you create another variable c and put a plus b with the imaginary number, it will be considered as a complex. So if you see the print, and if I say type equal to c, it will give me a complex number, which you can see right now. Okay, now there is another variable, which is a boolean. So let's see that. Okay, so if I say there is a variable flag equal to, and I am doing some kind of a logic in my program, let's assume that, and in that I need to see if the one number is greater than the second number or not. Okay, so if I'm saying 6 is greater than 7, okay, so we know that 6 is not greater than 7, its value is false. So flag will contain false value. Okay, so if you see, now flag will contain false value. If I print flag simply, okay, and if I do right click and click on run, it says false. Okay, and if I want to print the data type of this, so I will say print type, and here I can say flag. So what I'm doing here, I am printing the type of the flag, the data type of flag. So if I do right click, click on run, and you will see it is coming boolean. Okay, so this is the way we can have a boolean variable also, a boolean data type also for any of the variable. Okay, now we have seen that int, float, complex, flag, but there is a possibility sometime in which we have to convert one data type to another. Let's take an example. Let's say you have received one number like 10.2. Okay, now what you want to do, you want to store this value of a into some another variable, but that should be of an integer type. So what you will do in that case, because right now it is a float value, right? But what we want to do, we want to convert that. We want to convert that value into the integer type. Okay, so what I will do, I will go ahead and I will create another variable b equal to, and if I do something like this, and if I try to print it, let's print it, let's see what is the result. Print b. Okay, now if you run it, it will give you 10.2, but this is not what I want, because this is a float value, but I want the integer. Okay, so there is a function in which we can convert that a into the integer. So let me do that. So I will say int, and I will put a inside this int function, and then if I right click and run it, now you can see the value which is stored is 10. So what it has done, it has removed this 0.2 and just store the values which are at the left hand side of this decimal into b. Okay, and if I want to print the type of this b, so let's see, if I run that, now it is coming int. Okay, in case if I would have not used this int function and directly store a into that, okay, and if I see the type, then it would be float. So as I said before, if you want to convert one data type to another, so that is also possible, but you need to use the corresponding function. The same way there is an int function, there is a float function, there is a complex function. So you can use all those things if you want to do that. Okay, so this is the way you can do that, and you can convert one data type to another data type. So this is all about the numeric data type. In the next video, I will tell you to write some basic programs, how to do addition and how to swap the numbers from integers, from floats and other things. All right, so thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.